Alright, people, what's happening? Big Ed here. It's Friday night. I'm farting around with the Ironhead. I've been getting motivated to try to do more on this bike. So I've got my battery box mounted. Every time you do something though, when you're fabricating, every time you do one thing, it leads to another problem. So on the battery box, I finally decided to mount it down there. I drilled some holes. There's a crossbar. I drilled holes in it, put 2 bolts to hold it in place. But when you put the kickstand up, it wants to hit that bottom corner right there. So I'm going to cut a notch out in that corner. Started to put my bungs in for my gas tank. I got that one in already. I still got to drill that one right there out. And like I said, when it comes to the welding, I got to get everything fabricated and where I want it and get everything sanded down, because I have to call a welder in to do the welding. I got my sissy bar back, had it welded up. I had these pieces right here welded in. I've been going back and forth trying to figure out how to mount the rear fender. So I got to thinking, I took a piece of this square bar, and this piece right here is not welded yet, but I'm getting it centered and what have you. So that's going to mount the fender in the back there. This fender is not going to be that long, but I don't want to cut it until I get everything set up right. This bracket right here is going to be for the middle of the fender. I'll have to have that welded. I still need to I need to figure out for this seat. I'm not always going to run this solo seat, but right now I'm going to run the solo seat. I eventually want to get like a 2-up seat, or maybe one that comes to right about here. I've been watching some videos on YouTube, thinking about maybe trying to make one myself. I see, or at least make the pan, because I've been looking all at swap meets and everything, and I bought a few seats not knowing whether they would work or not, and of course they didn't work, so I got rid of them. It's hard to find a seat for this bolt-on hardtail. I got my bracket for my oil tank. It's going to be welded on right there, or somewhere around here. It'll be welded on, and then I bolt the screw these into the tank. I got some spacers to make up for it. So the sissy bars pretty much done. I gotta get these holes drilled for the fender. Might have a couple nuts welded on to the underneath part of the fender. That way I could just take and screw a couple screws into the nuts there to hold it. I don't have to try to get a wrench out up under there, or I don't have to pull the rear wheel off. So And I will be putting another bracket right about there, but I can do that after I get all this welding stuff done. So I got to finish putting that bung in, got to get the bungs welded, I got to get this welded, I got to drill the holes and get the nuts welded on the fender there. And let's see what else. I may do the same thing with this one too. That way all I have to do is undo the nut. Right now this one has got nuts on the bottom, but they're not welded to the fender, so that means I would have to take the wheel off to get that off, get that fender off. Also got my voltage regulator bracket made up. That's going to go right there. I was going to run a flat bar across, but that wasn't going to work because these bolts kind of line up with that down tube. So I ended up making this work of art. So she's getting there. I think next week I'm going to open up the primary and work on putting the clutch and everything in. Get that out of the way. Been looking at some girder front ends and Springer front ends, but that's going to be down the road. Right now I'm just trying to get it. I want to get it wired up and get it running, and then I'll do changes later on down the road. Trying to think what else. That's all I got going right now. I'm going to probably put that other bung in tonight. Probably taking a... Oh, I got Gypsy's... I got a Gypsy's catch can on there. I made a new bracket for it. You can't see it right now because it's dark out. But it's right down there. Take my word.